Ara!
How are you, Jess?
I'm okay. I'd be better if I was about to win this thing, but it was a tough road ahead of me anyway. So
Did you get any sleep last night?
why were you seeing me roll around on the feeds or what? Just kidding. I know the feeds are dead. No feeds in here. Yes, I did sleep well. Thanks for asking.
From HOH to the block to out the door in the same week? Oh my God.
Okay, but wait, let's restart that narrative. From the block to HOH, then to the block, then out. Yes, that is the narrative. Yes.
You did get yourself off the block a bunch, man. I don't know why. You tell me why. I mean, boom. We got to put her. Why? Why you? Why were they doing that?
Herman highlighted my name. Day 2 said I was a powerful player. He said I was a threat to him. And I think other people saw that. Anyone who's on the block week 1 sort of becomes a persona non grata. So that's what I was. And it was very hard to dig myself out of that.
The chain of safety twist.
Might have worked out in my favor, but Moose rolled that 15 and it was over.
I mean, heart pumping for us to watch, but you guys playing that, I mean, figure it's a new twist. You haven't heard of this and you're like, oh God. It's like back in school when it was like, I want this person on my team. No, whoever's left at the end, it's like, all right, we'll fight it out. I mean,
yeah, I want a word with the referee because last time I checked, the outgoing HOH doesn't participate in an HOH competition. However, fighting for personal safety, I feel like there could have been a little rule bending, but Big Brother makes the rules. I had to play by them. I was the ball collector and I collected the balls out of the slots I didn't want to see them in.
Jess, you were this close to making jury. At least that's got to feel good going. You wanted to play this game. We know you're a super fan. I mean, you went in there, you had your strategy, you did your thing. It's not like you went out week 1. So how do you feel about your time in this house in the game?
Oh, as a super fan, it's amazing. I also feel like I could have done a better job, but I was also dealt very difficult cards at the start. I'm not going to play my little sad violin the whole way, but I definitely had to be completely self-reliant. And I know this game well. Things were already formed before I even entered that house. Being even just in the last group of house guests walking in, that was already probably to my disadvantage. Things form early. So I just couldn't work my way in. I was always going to be an extra for no matter who was trying to pick me up on their team. Have I lost you?
To get them kind of to play with you.
Can you say that again? I lost you for a minute.
Herman and Moose, was there anything you could have done to try and sway them to see your way of things?
Oh, no, I don't. Again, I wish the feeds had been on in the first week. You would have seen how much I tried with Herman. My first pitch, I told him I could be a great asset for him. I think maybe I intimidated him with that, or other people were in his ear about how I was a big player and a fan. I think before the veto, I told him, how do I change your mindset to seeing me as an asset and not a threat? And he didn't want to budge. And then again, after I had won the veto, I said, how can we make this work? And it wasn't until the eve before the second HOH that he said, yeah, we'll cease fire at each other. However, he continued to shoot my name out of his mouth week after week after week.
I thought you and Kevin had a good thing going, but he didn't toss you that life jacket, so to speak, in the chain of safety vote. Why not you? Why Marty? What's going through your mind?
I think there was 2 things happening there. Number 1, when you show your cards to everyone in the house, it does affect your position moving forward. The blowback after Tanisha left and me going after a power player in that week and making sure one of a very strong group of people working together was leaving had far more repercussions than I think anyone thought. And I think maybe Kevin overestimated Marty's love for me when I believe he probably has something very good with Helena. I mean, he almost punched a hole through the wall when I was considering putting her up and maybe using her as a way to still float in the middle. But I also realized like the floating would only get me so far and I needed to take a captain off of a big boat that I was being dragged along behind.
Jess, how do you feel the combo with you and Tanisha is going to go when eventually you two get to talk, just you two?
I hope she'll forgive me for my choice. I hope she sees that it's game and not personal. She had every chance to win. I'm sure she's upset because obviously all of us could use that money. And I know it would have been wonderful for her and her daughter, Sienna. However, we're not there to pick the most deserving winner. I think everyone through those doors is deserving. And I wasn't about to put someone up who would have gone out next to Moose anyway. I was going to put someone up who was very well connected, a very powerful player. And that's why I disagree with her saying my HOH was worse than Kyle's, because Kyle got rid of one of his alliance members, at least from what I could perceive, whereas I got rid of one of the most powerful players who would have never prioritized me.
Who do you want to see win? Who will win in your mind?
I would love to see Kevin win. I know he's probably got his fingers in a lot of pies, but we had a lot of fun as the Heart. And I don't know if I was definitely his final two. I'm sure he has said a lot of great things to a lot of people. I was also trying to work deals everywhere I could. Everyone should. But he offered me a lot of laughs and a lot of reprieve, and he always valued me and saw me for the smart, bright person I was. And I do think Josh has every capacity to win. He's very smart. He can keep things to himself. He gathers information, and he's very well loved. So he has many paths he can travel. So I think both of them would be candidates to win.
If season 11 or 12 were an All-Stars, what do you say when they come calling?
Oh, you're hilarious. Well, if they did, it's a yes, yes, yes. And if I'm not on the block that first week, then let's go. I will continue to try to comp boss as much as I can. And I'll try to be less of an Eeyore in the room looking for my tail.
It was incredible watching you this season. Make sure you say hi to John for me, please. And listen, we'll be watching right along with you to see what happens as this season progresses, Jess.
You got it, Ara. Thanks for the love. Take care, my friend.
Take care. Bye-bye.